Good afternoon from wherever you may be watching us from. As we went into the break, we're talking about local football. It's the Score Extra. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation TV. My name is Jod Bad Setabo, and I am with my colleague Beko Sefuma Luwanaga, who thinks that men's football in Uganda is not same level as women's football. And I will tell you, at the start, we're talking about a couple of things, good things that women's football is doing for us as journalists, getting the team sheets and stuff like that. But look at what happens on the website of the Uganda Premier League, especially that. Is it necessary for them to write that?
Let me take a look, close look there.
Is it necessary, really?
Oh, this is very worrying. This is very worrying. This is very worrying. Very worrying.
I think they would have rather kept quiet and not put it there at all.
They would have kept it to themselves. And probably give us the full-time result.
Absolutely. They exposed themselves. Anyway, Vipers lead the standings on 40 points. KCCA is playing a game at about, in the next, I think, 23 minutes. They will play against Ayuba Onduparaka with aims of reducing the deficit atop the leaders. Vipers that are 4 points ahead of them, and then URA is third on 34 points and have played 18 games. URA for me is a team that is faltering to deceive, but anything about the KCCA game before we cross over and go into something else? No,
just what I wanted to let the Ugandans know that are going to go down and support KCCA or Onduparaka is that we've seen very many shocks from relegation battles.
Yeah, you talked about that and just look at their position.
Yes, just like it happened up against when SC Villa was playing up against Toro, a team that has that has collected the least points. I think anywhere in the world. Yes, we've seen.
Vis-a-vis the number of games they have played.
Probably not anywhere around the world, because there are some few clubs in different leagues there, the Blue Square and Sky Bet League there. You might find a team that has only collected 4 points out of 15 fixtures. But here comes a Sowana side, because here they call it Sowana, but it should be Toro United.
And that also. Even Busoga is called Ginger Jesus, I think.
Yes, but
I think there are things that need to, because if someone is watching, goes to our website and is not in Uganda,
yes,
they would love to read Toro. Then they see Sowana, they think of confusion. Really,
yes, they might think the team we're talking about is.
It's not the league he wants.
Yes.
Then you look elsewhere,
yes,
and as in looking elsewhere, you will find a team that is maybe good on name and stuff like that, and they take it on. There is a player. There was a lad who came to look for a player in Uganda, and on that match day, you're playing. They came looking for you. Then I impress. You don't play well. They took me.
Okay.
That is what happens everywhere in football. And
so when you look at the relegation battle, right from number 10, each of them can be relegated.
And there are 16 teams in the league.
Yes, out of from number 10, because Police has 18 points from 18 games, then Villa 18 points from 18 games, Onduparaka 17 points from 17 games, Ginger SS, which is called the Busoga United, has also collected 17 from 18 games, then Barra City 16 points from 18 games, then Bright Stars 16 points from 18 games, and Toro United 9 points from 18 games, which means 2 points.
that means
a point every after 2 games. This is really worrying for a Toro United side. But I love the fact that the relegation battle is still enticing.
Yeah. It makes everything good.
Yes.
As long as the relegation battle is not yet sorted, then everything about the league is good, because the top teams usually benefit from a laxity by those teams already relegated, already secure.
Yes. So we are going to see an Onduparaka side trying to prove a point up against KCCA today, and probably we are going to see the repeat of what happened in Bombo when we saw the 1-1 draw. We might still see another draw today, because Onduparaka is one team that no longer wants to lose any single fixture. Then the same applies to whoever will be playing up against Bright Stars, Toro United, and UPDF, because all those three are into a mix of making sure they secure at least a position in the Uganda Premier League next season.
Okay, that is football for you. We've talked about the women's league that is happening about now. We shall be giving you updates when they come about. The games are underway, and it's still the latest update that I'm having here was 0-0 from both the games. There's UCU against Legi Dubs at Uganda Christian University Mokono. Then there's Rines against Shikopet down at the Chabago Stadium in Wakiso District, where Uganda Premier League side Wakiso do their thing. Now the chase has been continuing, and it's match day 3 for the Uganda Open. It's a buffet of chess activity in Uganda. And the reason
as part of its Golden Jubilee celebration,
and the reason is this simple. They are preparing to celebrate the 50th anniversary. Chess in Uganda was started in 1972.
Yeah.
Now it's 50 years, the golden jubilee for them. Now they decided to organize a series of activities. That one is the International Master Norm Chess Championship.
Yeah.
It's a now that man there, Patrick, I was explaining yesterday, but I was in a bit of a rush. Patrick Kauma is that man that is facing us on the screen. He's
the man in a checked shirt and blazer.
And if you've been following chess in Uganda, he comes from a family that is much renowned because of playing chess. The Kauma family is one of those that can prepare a team of 11 and they'll play against any other team in Uganda if they choose to. It's like them in rugby where you go to the Aredo family. They've got a couple of brothers that play that sport. Now, that IM Masters, now these are different pictures now. This is the Uganda Open. That guy is from Scotland. He's called Mark Hugh. He's here to play. He comes from Rwanda, but when he learned of this, he crossed over and came and played, and he's part of that Uganda Open.
Yeah.
That is the Uganda Open, different from the IM Norm Chess Championship. The International Norm Chess Championship is a reserve for just 10 men. I told you yesterday it's 5 Ugandans and 5 foreigners. The Ugandans are Arthur Segwanyi, I've told you Patrick Kauma, Harold Wanyama, Sonko Mathias, and Haruna Nyombi. Haruna Subuga. Then the foreign, there's the Grandmaster, that is the biggest title in chess. It's called Fauzi Ahmad. Then there is an international master from Zambia called Gilan Bwaria. Then there are 3 lads from Sudan. There's a Gongthon, there's a Peter Major, then there's a Mabur Anyoit. Now, opening day yesterday that is the president of the Chess Federation in Uganda. Yeah. In opening that championship yesterday, game 1 for Peter Major, a South Sudan unranked player. He drew with the Grandmaster, that is from Egypt, Fauzi Ahmad. Tell you what, I belong to some WhatsApp groups from South Sudan. It was flooding. Their Twitter handles were flooding. Our man has drawn with a Grandmaster. Grandmaster is the toppest of all titles in chess. You start with a candidate master, you go on to the FIDE master, then you become an international master, then you become a Grandmaster. Now for this particular tournament, only one man in Uganda can stand to benefit and become an international master. There is what they call norms. Every stage is a norm. Candidate master is a norm. FIDE master is a norm. Now, to go on to the international master status is also another norm for which this particular tournament has been organized. If I make it sensible to you, then many Ugandans out there watching
yes,
are also going to understand it.
It means a lot because even in the game of chess, this is one of the very difficult games to play.
It's not difficult.
No, it is difficult, my friend, because it needs a lot of calculations, and I'm one of those people that are not good at calculations. Because even my friend Eddie Mwes, the reason as to why we didn't go through King's College Buddo was because of things like chess. and if at all you get to realize, in Uganda, the reason as to why we don't have a schools championship being played year in, year out, most especially for the chess game, is because very few schools take on chess. Not even the most sporting school in Uganda, St. Mary's Chitende.
Yeah, Texans. But
they also don't have chess.
But yet, if St. Mary's Kitende, by the way, if you can talk to the big man out there, or the lads that actually matter at that school, if they incorporate chess, not as a sport per se competitively, but just for every bed in every dormitory to have a simple chessboard. Chessboards can be bought at 20,000 Uganda shillings, and that's pocket change for Molindo, irrespective of the number of students he has at that school. And these kids play that chess just for fun. It's going to improve them. Chess is more like swimming. If you give birth to a child and take them to swimming, hand over that child to Coach Eric Kisero. What Eric Kisero will do, you will take your kid at 4 years. You will arrive at the pool and you will have to leave immediately. What Eric Kisero will do, you will bring your child, you will dress him up in gear, be ready for the pool, you will go and take that shower, then he comes. What Eric Kisero is going to do, he's going to lift your child 4 years, throw him into the water. Your boy has no idea even how to sit in a basin. He will throw him into the water. Okay? But you know why he's doing that? Every one of us has got to fight for his life. This child will fight for his life and tell you what, he will reach for the boundaries and hold himself. That is the first start. And you know what that teaches you? It's life. That is life. That is the life we live.
Yeah.
Michael, you come into this world and you've got to hustle your way to the top at Uganda Broadcasting Corporation TV. So there are no cucumbers, there are no Rolexes, there are no sausages along the way. You've got to fight your way. Now the good thing about chess is it makes you think. It gives you thinking time. I was talking to the executive director of the Uganda Roads Authority, Dr. Engineer Andrew Naimanye. Andrew Naimanye is highly educated. He went to Budo, by the way.
Yes.
You're talking about Budo in the start, you and Moise not going to Budo. He went to Budo. The English he speaks is very wonderful. He conducts himself in a very professional manner. He's a former national chess champion. He's a FIDE master. You know, like once a honorable, always a honorable. Well, if you're a FIDE master, even if you retire now, you remain a FIDE master till you die.
Yeah.
And you live and die with that honor of chess. But the man tells you that for him, chess is one of those that helped him a lot, especially at school. And if chess finds you a little intelligent, then be sure it's going to improve you better. That's why I'm telling you, call Lawrence Mulindwa, tell him please take on chess.
By the way, I've also seen someone get a bursary from Turkish Light Academy.
Yeah, many schools do, by the way.
Because of chess. And once he was one of the great chess players at Turkish Light Academy, he was then flown to Turkey to broaden his kind of skill for chess and intelligence for chess. So I think this is one of the games that should be given a lot of time, whereby someone has to start chess probably on to a primary school level.
Not even primary.
Yes.
They've got to start chess at I think about 2 years. They've got to learn how to move those
the knights,
and
the
bishops. Yeah, they've got to learn to move them about, and it's very easy for us, all of us, to have this at home. Schools like St. Imbuga Vocation, I think, somewhere in Makindi is very, very much into chess, and they have bursaries for that. School like St. Mother Marjorie, I think, there's a girl called Maria Nakanyike, great in chess. She has studied through the Queen of Katwe.
Yes, I remember the Queen of Katwe.
The Queen of Katwe is because of chess. Anyways, that IM is at round 4 now. The games start, round 4 starts in the next 15 minutes, and it's going to be Peter Majo from South Sudan against Haruna Nsobuga, Gongthon against Sonko Mathias of Uganda, Ayut Mabio against Harold Wanyama. But the big game now there is Fauzi Adam, the GM, against Patrick Kauma. I told you Patrick Kauma is the only Ugandan that can stand to benefit in terms of chess. There is money to be won. The top lad will take $1,000, the second $700, the third $500. But for Patrick Kauma, now that is not the issue, the money. The issue for him is getting the enough points. 7 points he's got to get. They play 9 rounds, he's got to get 7 points out of them. He's on 2.5 points, level with the Grandmaster. That game starts at exactly 4 p.m. and be sure I'm one of those that are going to rush down at Hotel Africa, at Fairway to catch some of this action. Yeah. And I think we need to leave chess aside. We shall get the details in the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation TV news bulletins as they come through the evening. Football, Juventus, Torino.
Yes, it was a great one being played yesterday, and some of the people think Torino is a very low club in Italian football. But for those that have followed derbies, there is no easy derby, and this was a Turin derby because they all come from one region, that is Turin down in Italy. For Juventus, they've always tried to make sure they get back into the top 4 and try to fight for the Italian Serie A triumph, but it is very howling to mention when it comes to the issue of saying that Juve failed to collect maximum points, and I must say they were living dangerously in this one, because when you try to follow out on the entire game,
as you give guys the update of the FIFA Women's Super League.
Okay, in the FIFA Women's Super League, Harriet Muwugumia has given the hosts a well-deserved league there, and it is UCU Lady Cardinals leading the Lady Doves. What happened to Fazila Ikwaput?
She will score.
She's no longer putting a name onto the score.
She will score. It's still early days.
But still discussing the Turin derby, I think Juventus didn't play hearts out. That is why they lost the points, because the lads like Belotti, who know what it means to play in an Italian derby, really tried to put up one of the greatest of performances to make sure that their team walks away with at least a single point off Juventus, a team that is expected to head into the top 4. The likes of Quadrado and Mathis Delate, the likes of Chesney. Chesney of recent is not giving his best for the team when it comes to the issue of goalkeeping, and I think he's also...
That goal he conceded, eh?
Yeah, the goal he conceded was cynical, and I think he's always given a lot of playing time. That is why he takes things for granted at times, because you also know what happened to Bernd Leno, one of the goalkeepers that I thought would replace Manuel Neuer, or would even get into the German pecking order ahead of Ter Stegen, but he was benched. Being number one doesn't mean you cannot be replaced by an Aaron Ramsdale, who comes on and proves a very big point for the Arsenal fans. So Szczesny should be given that kind of pressure. They need to sign another great player in there to make sure that their goalkeeping department is really worked upon very well.
Yeah, in the Serie A, action continues today at
a club that is fighting for the top places, that is Inter Milan, up against Sassuolo. Then SC also is fighting for a top position, and the same applies to Napoli. So what is really interesting in this one is because the log leaders are at 55, then second place at 54, and
53.
Yes, and third place at 53, which keeps the competition very stiff. And I love that for Italian football.
Yeah, in the La Liga, it's going to be Granada against Villarreal at 4 p.m. a few minutes from now. And then later tonight, Atletico Madrid. For me, Atletico Madrid is at 6s and 7s. They can no longer win a game of football. They are conceding as if they're not coached by Diego Simeone.
But you'll get to see what Atletico Madrid really is when they play up against one of the limping clubs.
Manchester United in the Champions League. Those are fixtures from the Serie A. Sorry, La Liga.
The La Liga, yes.
The La Liga,
there is an interesting one there whereby Athletic Bilbao will be taking on Real Sociedad. One of them will really have to fight so hard. That is, Real Sociedad will have to fight so hard to make sure that they scoop maximum points of Athletic Bilbao, because it is one boogie side that is always unpredictable. But taking a look at the others, Atletico up against Osasuna is this is going. It looks easy on paper, but very difficult on pitch for Atletico, because they have a couple of aging players. If you can still offer Kondobia a chance to play for you, if you can still offer Hector Herrera a chance to play for you, the likes of the young lad in Koke, I really think they had their great football 4 years ago. They cannot offer you what they offered back then, so you need to simply switch. Then Real Madrid will also be hosting one fixture. However, they lost in the Champions League. They need to get back to winning ways, and remember, they are still one of the sides that can really triumph at the end of the season when it comes to the issue of winning that championship. They will be taking on Deportivo Alaves in the game that will be played probably today.
You will play Manchester United.
Man United still won't be with their great midfielder in Nemanja Matic, who will be out. Then Edson Cavani, one gentleman that has always been pivotal in helping Man U get those late wins, or is also still doubtful, because he picked up a knock during training sessions. And I think the young lad in Mason Greenwood, who was out for disciplinary reasons, won't be out for team selection still. We think Man United up against Leeds will be a mouth-watering one, simply because Daniel James was offloaded from Old Trafford due to the introduction of Cristiano Ronaldo. So he will have a point to prove that however much you offloaded me, I can hit up against you and probably make you lose the 3 points. But Jesse Lingard still is one other young lad that I think should be given playing time ahead of Elanga. Elanga is one lad that the coach thinks has great body language before they head into the fixture. But I think if I were Ralph Rangnick, I would give Jesse Lingard an opportunity ahead of the young lad in Elanga.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, you guys that have watched us. It's been the Score Extra. Keep watching Ganabo Castle Corporation TV and all its sister partner stations. Of course, the radios and TVs, the Magic 100. This evening, Nasa Mokasa is coming to rock you with the best music melodies. From me, Joe Masenta, with the rest of the team in Kampala, it's been nice having you as company. Do live your life like we do. Simple, inexpensive. Bye-bye.